Hi guys, this is part 3 of the San Diego Comic Con review. I'm really glad, I'm really looking forward to this one because it's mostly not going to be about Disney and DC, so it's going to be really fantastic. I'm absolutely looking forward to all the different figures that they're going to be. Hi Clive. How you doing, mate? You alright? What? They're all Keanu Reeves? What, all of them? What if you don't like Keanu Reeves? Oh well, at least as Blitzway, they wouldn't make Keanu Reeves figures. What? Seriously? Oh, fuck this. Only joking guys, I've already got Neo on pre-order. It's very strange. I think his face must have transferred over to public domain or something, because the 1/6 company seems to have decided to rinse the fuck out of it. Hot Toys have already alluded to the fact that they were making a John Wick figure, but this time they have shown him off fully, and I have to say it's a pretty nice offering. The face sculpt looks very much like the 53-year-old action junkie, and the suit fits the body extremely well. There's not a lot of fabric bulk, which can happen on suited figures, and the shirt colour doesn't look overly thick, and the articulation in the arms seems pretty reasonable. He also comes with a ton of weapons, including hand, shot and automatic guns, a fistful of gold coins and a blood-packed medallion. This clearly means it's based on John Wick from the sequel and not the original, because if it was, there would most definitely be a dead dog add-on. What? I'm not crying. You're crying. Now, I really enjoyed both movies they have already offered in the series, and I'm honestly looking forward to the third one. The martial arts Mr. Reeves learned on The Matrix has clearly gone to better use here, and this character is truly suited to Keanu's acting range, which is mostly shooting with a bit of punching, and then at some point in the film having a massive freak out moment yelling, preferably while tied to a chair. The only real criticism of this is that there isn't much in the way of innovation, and it's a pretty safe choice for Hot Toys, as there isn't much here they haven't done before. But if that's the only true negative here, then there isn't truly one at all. Really, I hope this gets greenlit soon. And speaking of The Matrix, Hugo Weaving as Agent Smith was also teased. This will be a great yin to Neo's yang and would complement your Matrix shelf pretty nicely. Just don't leave him close to your other figures, or you could come home from work one day to find they're all Agent Smiths. Again, this figure looks to have been made at the same time as Mr. Wick, and the suits are very similar. The earpiece looks nice, but again it's very competent as per Hot Toys' usual high quality. It's a safe choice, but one a lot of Matrix fans are glad they made. I doubt I'll pre-order it if it gets approval, but it's nice to see more characters from the movie that kickstarted the Naughty's obsession with bullet time and wire fu in Hollywood. Right, I kind of talked myself into a corner here. I'm trying to think of a segue for the next bit. Wire fu. Okay, hang on. Yes. I think I've got one. Hang on. One Naughty's franchise that used slow-mo and wire fu like it was the only thing that mattered was Resident Evil, which was directed by Paul W.S. Anderson, who also directed the 2004 film Alien vs Predator. Boom, segue achieved. Now, the AVP movie suffered critically and financially, and the second go at the franchise Requiem? What the fuck is Requiem? Requiem did even worse. However, despite the lukewarm reception for the movies, the Hot Toys figures always did well, and Hot Toys haven't let the fans down yet, releasing figures for all three films, including the 2010 Rodriguez-directed sequel to Predator and Predator 2, Predators. Now, Shane Black, a director who starred in the first movie and assisted with on-set rewrites, is having a stab at making a sequel. Normally, Shane tends to shit excellence when it comes to directing, and his movies tend to be very well received by critics. His witty scripts always create memorable and deep main characters. The Predator has had a bit of a tough production, with extensive reshoots and studio interference being very well documented. It was delayed for 6 months, but now the September release date seems to be locked in, for better or worse. but I suspect it won't really matter as Predators sell well and Hot Toys know it. The Wolf Predator 2.0 is soon to be released, and that's from a movie where you could barely even see the fucking Predator. This appears to be a more of a teaser prototype though, as we haven't seen the actual head sculpt, and the gold style trim appears to be a bit thick and sloppy. The armour design is far more futuristic, and out of context it looks overly designed on a Predator. This could be deliberate, and there could be a specific reason within the story for it, so I will refrain from harshly judging it just yet. But the armour looks too clean, and it's not dark enough after looking at movie stills. They have brought back the long shurikens that were in AVP. The twin spike gauntlets look pretty nice though, but with the armour covering so much of the body, it blocks the rustic tribal effect a lot of people love when it comes to the Predator design. I quite like the thigh armour though, and the dreadlocks have more texture to them that we haven't seen before. I'd like to think there will be more going on with this fig, but at the moment some things could reveal spoilers, so they aren't showing too much yet. In all honesty, I was expecting a bit more and was a tad underwhelmed with this first prototype, but then I was also as indifferent with the first trailer too. The most recent does make the film look better though, so let's hope we see more about this figure soon, because at the moment it just looks like a big-headed cyborg. And speaking of those, I think this next figure is my choice for most interesting figure of San Diego Comic-Con 2018. Elita Battle Angel is a Rodriguez directed but James Cameron produced movie, adapted from a Japanese manga comic. I previously did a video essay called Manga and Me, which was really bad and I had really crap microphones and stuff, but if you fancy and are interested in the original anime boom of the 90s, then I recommend you check that one out. And one of my favourite VHS tapes in my collection was the OAV Battle Angel Elita. I loved the animation and enjoyed the character, but it was hard to pick up the original manga comics, so I couldn't go too deep into the story. When I heard they were making a Hollywood adaptation, I physically cringed. Given how bad manga has been handled in live action films, it just felt like a really bad idea. After seeing the second trailer though, I am a little bit more intrigued. There are some very good elements from the anime and the comic books that they've incorporated, but the sort of Hunger Games Divergent style feel to it is putting me off a little. But they've kept a lot of the visual proportions of the manga character herself and put those in the film, so it will be really interesting to see if they can pull that off, because I don't think it's ever been done before. I was really surprised to see Hot Toys reveal this figure, especially as the body had been revealed here before the trailer dropped. Previously she had only been seen with the iRobot style white body, which also looks pretty cool. I couldn't stop looking at the pictures of this figure though. The paint app on the head is stunning and the eyes are striking. The fact that the body is cybernetic means that they don't need to hide the joints as much, and as it's a feminine figure with a slimmer body, it means this could have superb articulation. The sword she's holding looks crazy detailed too. The purple and blue paint app mixed with the muscular style sculpting on the body gives her a biomechanical feel. Of all the figures I saw from Comic Con, this is the one I keep returning to. I really hope they greenlight this. I don't care if the film sucks, I want this on my shelf. There is nothing like this out, and after this, it will be unlikely we'll see another like it again. Heck, it deserves points just for surprising people at a Hot Toys Comic Con booth, and may we see many more like it in the future. Okay guys, that's it. That's San Diego Comic Con 2018. I just want to give a quick shout out to all the people who shared their photos online of all the figures that were shown. I wasn't able to go, so I really appreciate the fact that everybody shared them. So here are all the names of the people that I've taken pictures from. I'm not 100% certain if they are actually the photographers, but I've got to give dues where possible. So I'd like to give a thank you to Jacob Colson, John Deek from 16 Society, and pretty much everyone from 16 Society really, toyark.com, Christian Villalobos, Iovuatu, Francis Koo, Christopher Beaumont, Marcello Anderson, and Toys Wire. If I've forgotten anyone else, I apologise. And also, if your photo was shown and I thought it was taken by another person, again I apologise. And you know exactly what I'm going to say now, so I'm just going to say it. Get the fuck out of my cave.